Part 1. The Hunger Beneath the Moon. The city of Elaris never truly slept. Even at midnight, its glass towers shimmered with the faint hum of neon and the pulse of 1,000 heartbeats. Soft, steady, full of want. Among them walked Lyra. Her beauty was the kind that made time hesitate, eyes the color of twilight embers, skin pale as starlight, lips curved in a promise both tender and dangerous. People turned as she passed, their gazes lingering a little too long, their thoughts drifting a little too far. She didn't need to speak. Desire followed her like perfume. Yet beneath that elegance lay hunger, an endless burning ache in her chest that no mortal could ever satisfy for long. Lyra was a succubus, a creature born of shadow and seduction, cursed to live by what she took from others. With every kiss, every breath of intimacy, she drew from her victims the essence of love itself, the sweet glowing pulse that made their souls alive. And when that light left them, they grew pale, hollow-eyed, empty. She hated it. Each feeding left her more hollow than before, the warmth of their devotion turning to ash the moment it entered her. She had lived this way for centuries, slipping through cities and lifetimes, changing names, faces, accents, forever hiding, forever hungry. They called her the Night Flame once, when she walked among kings and poets, because her touch was both fire and death. Tonight, though, even her fire felt dim. The moon was swollen and red, hanging low above the skyline like a bleeding heart. Lyra stood atop a lonely rooftop, the wind tugging at her hair, her eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Below, the city thrummed with longing. Couples whispering in alleyways, lovers holding hands on bridges. She could feel it all, that ocean of emotion beneath her. And it called to her like music. Her body trembled. The hunger was growing stronger. "I don't want this," she whispered to the night. Her voice cracked. "Not again." But the curse was cruel. It didn't care for guilt. So she descended from her lonely perch, blending into the rhythm of humanity once more. The scent of rain, the hum of soft laughter, the taste of mortal warmth. She found a man, an artist, painting under the dim streetlights, his mind thick with longing and heartbreak. His aura glowed like gold to her starving eyes. When she spoke, his brush faltered, and he smiled with the slow, unguarded wonder of a man who thought he had met fate. A kiss later, his canvas fell, his eyes dimmed, and Lyra's own heart ached from the echo of his dying affection. The taste was sweet, but empty. Always empty. She wiped a tear from her cheek and vanished into the mist before the first drops of dawn began to rise. That night she dreamed, which was rare. A memory returned to her, a temple long gone, built of black marble and lined with fire. A voice, deep, commanding, echoing through her mind. "Greater than you were made from desire, Lyra, and by desire you will burn, until the day you find a soul that does not crave you." She woke with her heart pounding. "A soul that does not crave me?" she thought bitterly. "Such a thing doesn't exist." And yet that morning, as sunlight spilled through a curtain of mist over Elaris, fate decided to prove her wrong. Because somewhere in the city below, a man walked who was untouched by temptation, whose soul burned with an unshakable calm. And when Lyra's path crossed his, her world, her hunger, her curse, her endless night would begin to unravel.